Alright, hello everyone, it's Silver Kyle, and today I'm going to be going over the top 10 video games that I have never played yet. So this is a list of games that I've been really excited for, that I watched, trailers for it, I watched gameplay, got really excited and hyped about these games, sometimes even own these games, which makes me really guilty because that means they're somewhere in the background and I haven't touched them yet. So in making this list, I really wanted to think of games that I wanted to play, and hopefully this will motivate me, and having this list, I can kind of zero in on a certain amount of these games and actually play them. So, starting off this list is Batman Arkham City at number 10. So, I loved Batman Arkham Asylum. That game was just so perfect. It was the best superhero game that I had ever played. And having Kevin Conroy voice Batman again, Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman, bar none. There's nobody else. The Batman animated series is so good, and when I think of Batman, Batman's voice, Kevin Conroy is the man. Mark Hamill as the Joker, fantastic as well, and the game was just so perfect, and for whatever reason, I didn't play Arkham City, and I own it, as well as Origins, and I have a pre-order for Batman Dark Knight, so I really gotta get on this and start playing the Batman series, or the rest of them. Now, number 9 is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So, for the Zelda games, I've played all of the console games. Not all the handhelds, but all the console ones, except for Zelda Skyward Sword. And I've heard tons of things about it. I have the game, and I love Zelda games, but I just need to sit myself down and be like, okay, I gotta devote 50 hours to this and beat it. And that's really what I want to do. I don't want to just play this game and get a little bit into it. Most of these games are going to be long games. Batman Arkham City isn't, but most of these games are going to be long. And RPGs, as we'll get with number 8, which is Final Fantasy VI. And I'm going to say number 7 as well because it's Final Fantasy IV. The Final Fantasy games are some of my favorite RPGs. Final Fantasy IX is my second favorite RPG of all time. I really liked the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. But I haven't played 4 or 6, and a lot of people that have played those will say that they're their favorite Final Fantasies, even above Final Fantasy 7 and 9. So these are games that I just really need to play at some point. Final Fantasy 4, probably play it on the PSP. Final Fantasy 6, maybe the Super Nintendo version. But either way, there's a lot of different versions for these, and just finding out which one I want to play, and then just sitting down and being like, okay, time to do an RPG marathon. Number 6 is Okami. Now, I love video games that try to be art, but try to be something more than what the regular genre is. And Okami kind of nails that. And I've seen tons of things about this game. I've watched a few beginning of Let's Plays for this game. It's really something that I think would be up my alley. And considering that it tries to be something beyond just a regular video game, hack and slash, boom, we're done. I really want to play this game, but I don't own it, so I'm going to have to track it down and play it. Number 5 is a series that I have never played before, and I decided to go with this version because I've heard so much about it, and that is the Persona series, and Persona 4 is the main one that I really want to play. Persona 3 also seems kind of interesting. All the Persona games seems interesting, but Persona 4 would probably be the main one that I would want to play, and it's also on the Vita too, so I could play either it on the PS2 or the Vita. Either way, that looks like an RPG that I would want to try out. Number 4, this is where I start getting into the really, I should have played these games, is quite possibly the biggest RPG that I haven't played yet, and that is Chrono Trigger. I have never played Chrono Trigger. I know tons about the game, never played it. I don't own it though. Like, all I need to do is to buy it on the Virtual Console to at least play the game, and then, oh actually no, I do own it on the DS, and I haven't played it yet. Very guilty. So yeah, I really gotta play that game. Also because it's like apparently a very short RPG, which is kind of what I need. I need short games because the older I get, the harder it is to devote, 50 to 100 hours to one specific game. All right, number 3 is, I don't feel as guilty for this, but guilty in the sense that I really want to play it and I like these kinds of games. So once again, an RPG and a tactical RPG, Final Fantasy Tactics. I've seen, so there's the Final Fantasy Tactics on the PSP and the original PS1. either one, I would love to play. They both look really like something that is up my alley. I really loved Fire Emblem Awakening on the 3DS, and that's what kind of made me go, oh yeah, isn't there like Final Fantasy I don't know, for whatever reason, after playing Awakening, I was like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics. And ever since then, I've really wanted to play this game, but I haven't yet. I don't own it though, so I don't. No, I don't own it. I don't own it. This one, I'm not as guilty. All right, number 2 is once again kind of in the same vein of Okami. Another game that I know a lot about. I know actually the kind of the story and the main reason that I would want to play this game. And it's a game that is a little bit more than just a regular video game, and that is Shadow of the Colossus by Team Ico. Is it Team Ico? Ico? Whatever it is. The guys that developed Ico, and also the ones that are working on, what's it called? They're working on the 3rd game that just is in development hell. And I really want to play that. The Last Guardian, that's what it's called. Yeah, when I saw that trailer, I was like, I need to have a PS3. At the time, now it looks like it's going to be a PS4 release, if it's ever released. Hopefully it is. But anyway, I need to play Shadow of the Colossus, and I have the PlayStation 3 HD collection with that and Ico. But I'm kind of also tempted to play the PS2 version first, and then playing the HD remake. I know the HD remake is going to be technically the better version because of graphical upgrade, but I kind of want to play games, if I can, as they were originally made, and then play the better versions afterwards. That's just kind of how I am. Now, the number 1 video game that I have not played yet is something that is a game that I have talked about numerous times on my channel, and you know, really hyped it up. And just devote a lot of videos to it because it was part of Operation Rainfall, Xenoblade Chronicles. I talked about this game so much before it was released, and then it got released and I didn't pre-order it, and I didn't go pick it up like within the first month, and it was sold out. And after that, it just went sky high on eBay, and I never really wanted to bite the bullet. But recently, I have finally picked up Xenoblade Chronicles. So this list actually will be completely change over the next few weeks and few months. I'm really going to zero in on a lot of these games. Batman Arkham City I know I'm going to play because Batman Arkham Knight is coming out later on this year in June, so I want to have that game and Origins beat. Xenoblade Chronicles I finally have, so I will be playing that. And then it's kind of like I'm going to look at number 2 to 9 and kind of figure out which ones I want to play. I kind of want to go with shorter games, obviously, first, but also I want... what games should I play? That is my question to you all. Out of all these 10 games, which ones do you think I should really zero in on and try beating, or playing for the first time, and then obviously beating afterwards? So, thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below which games you think I should play, and also what games have you not played that you kind of feel guilty for having passed by at this point. So thank you all for watching again. You've been bearded in. Beardage!